I never feel a day where I need to wear an elephant. A lot of people sometimes ask me, like, do you regret selling your whole Chanel bag collection? And let me know, have there been bags that you've been completely obsessed with and you've just collected so many and then now you just don't even care about them anymore?
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Jess. So over the past few years, I've collected quite a few bags, and I wanted to discuss with you guys bags that I used to be obsessed with, like completely obsessed, that I no longer really care about as much. Now, I still follow Louis Vuitton, Chanel, I follow Gucci, I follow a lot of the major designer brands, but I don't tend to feel the FOMO like I used to, which is interesting. I don't know whether it's because my style has changed or I'm realizing that I like different things in bags. Honestly, guys, I used to be really obsessed with Louis Vuitton multicolor. One of the first luxury bags I ever bought was a Mini Speedy HL in the white multicolor blanc. I picked this up for a really good deal on eBay, and I have in the past collected quite a few multicolor pieces. I had a Deauville, I had the Wapiti case, and I also collected a lot of other Murakami pieces like the cherry blossoms and the cherries. And I honestly got addicted to collecting these pieces because they were so fun, so cool, and also I feel like they're pieces that were very iconic because although the Y2K trend, actually, when I was collecting them, was not really a thing yet. They kind of came back in fashion because Y2K became back in fashion, but it was always a very distinguishable era for Louis Vuitton, the Murakami line, and I got really addicted to buying it and collecting like the SLGs and all that. But the reason why I no longer collect those pieces and why I sold off my whole collection is because I found that those pieces didn't always wear the best. It comes with designer bags. You don't have to necessarily buy a designer bag because it's the most durable thing in the world. Designer bags don't equal durable, but I just found that with a lot of the multicolor pieces, the Vachetta leather would discolor, which I didn't love the look of. The multicolor would chip off over time, and so I was sometimes scared to use like my Wapiti case in my bags because I didn't want it to chip. And also some multicolor, some Murakami pieces. Like I originally bought a Cherry Speedy and it had a little bit of cracking near the zipper, and I know Louis Vuitton cannot repair cracked canvas. And although I sold this bag and bought a new Cherry Speedy, I was just worried that over time these bags would have issues again. And I suppose that I got addicted to buying Hermes bags as well, which I found easier to repair and a little bit more hearty, which I found that I valued in designer bags more than the aesthetic kind of thing. So because of the multicolor not wearing as well, I ended up selling a lot of my collection, and I also found it quite hard to style without looking very throwback. Like for example, if I was wearing like a plain white t-shirt, sometimes I would look just a little bit more throwback if I wore a multicolor bag, which is not a bad thing. I actually think it's quite cute, but I just found that I reached for more bags like my pink Picotin, which really is something that I've had for a long time. It's just like a pink plain bag. So I found that I actually prefer just leather bags as opposed to canvas bags, and that's why I no longer collect the multicolor line. I also got into like the Game On collection, the Escale collection, and they're things that I also found quite hard to mix and match. Although I do have like a bit of a crazy style sometimes, I just found that they had too much of like a 2000s kind of vibe to them, which I didn't always felt like went with my outfits. So that's why I no longer really go for those bags, even though I think they're so cute and collectible. And if Louis Vuitton did do a cherry collection again, oh my gosh, guys, that would, it does, like, it is still, like, I still love it, to be honest. Like, I definitely admire the multicolor pieces from afar and the Murakami, like, I absolutely love them. But I just felt like I didn't need to have them in my life kind of thing. And also they take up a lot of space. So I decided to just focus on bags that I thought I would probably wear more. Next bag that I used to really want, but now I don't want it, is the Balenciaga Le Cagole bag. There was a point where I was tossing up whether to buy this bag. This was before the Balenciaga campaign with the children and all that
horrific stuff. I wanted the purple Le Cagole bag. I thought, again, it was kind of like a throwback aesthetic, very Y2K. And I found, and although I love that aesthetic because it reminds me of my, like, growing up, I just feel like when I wear it, it's, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's too oversaturated now, the Y2K aesthetic. Maybe TikTok has, like, ruined it. I don't know what it is, but not only because of the campaign do I no longer want to support Balenciaga, but the actual style of the bag, I remember trying it on in real life and I didn't feel like it felt very expensive for how much it costs. Like the leather felt kind of plasticky, and I know old school Balenciaga city bags, like I've seen some, they actually look quite cool, and the Le Cagole I liked because of the heart-shaped mirror, but it's definitely not a bag that I would buy now. Like it's a bag that I really loved when it came out, but now I've completely kind of got over it. Not saying like if you guys have this bag, honestly, not saying that you should not wear it or whatever. I'm not trying to offend anyone who has these bags, but like it's just definitely a bag that I think I would have got over it by now. So I am glad that I didn't buy it, and obviously since all the Balenciaga stuff happened, I cannot support them. It's just, I know a lot of bad things happen in the fashion industry, and Balenciaga is not the only brand who has done bad things, but just that particular ad campaign, it really disturbed me. So I do not feel the same way about Balenciaga unless they change creative director, unless they change their whole vibe, which they're not really, to be honest. It's still the same ironic fashion, like kind of making fun of fashion kind of vibe, which I don't know, it's not really my style. So yeah. The next bag that I don't really care about anymore that I used to be obsessed with is Chanel bags. So I had a lot of Chanel bags in my collection as well. And there was a time where I was really obsessed with collecting all the Chanel bags, all the classic styles. Boy, you know, I had a Gabby backpack. I loved the classic flaps, the minis. I even had some seasonal vanity cases. And I found that Chanel bags, although they're cute, I actually find that they're quite dressy. Like, I tend to be quite casual in the way I dress. I like to carry a lot of things as well. Like, I like to carry makeup. I like to carry sunglasses. I don't know. I even sometimes just put like a soft toy in my bag. Like, I just like carrying lots of stuff. And I found that Chanel bags tend to be quite small. And I just found like they were definitely a nice decoration on my outfit, but they're just not practical for me. So that's why and also I just feel like Chanel's a bit overrated now, not to mention that it's extremely expensive. So I ended up selling my Chanel collection for quite a good amount, and I put the money towards Hermes bags that I thought I would wear more. Now I did buy some Birkins in a Birkin and some Kellys, which I don't wear as much, to be honest, but I just keep them because they're gorgeous bags. I tend to wear like Lindy, Bolide, Picotin, even my Plume bag I've been wearing a lot, the Trim bag, more than like these Chanel bags because they're practical. You can fit a lot in there. They're not as in your face. I feel like a lot of people don't even know what the bags are, so I feel safe to just wear them whenever, wherever. And the Chanel bags, they're very girly, they're very cutesy, but they just weren't working for my everyday life, so that's why I sold them on. And I mean, to keep them as collector's pieces, I think that would definitely still be extremely valuable to this day, but it's actually, I don't miss them. Like, a lot of people sometimes ask me, like, do you regret selling your whole Chanel bag collection? And I don't know why I don't, guys. Like, I just don't even care anymore. I think, honestly, it's because I switched my focus to Hermes, so I don't really even think about Chanel anymore. And with any, like, obsession, once you get onto the next thing, you kind of just, you're so distracted that you just don't even focus on it anymore. And, yeah, I don't know. I just prefer the Hermes bags. And sorry if this is really annoying that I keep saying that, but that's just what happened for me. So I no longer kind of follow Chanel bags, or I still follow Chanel bags. I still like knowing what's coming out, but it's not something that I feel FOMO for anymore. Not to mention that the prices are beyond ridiculous at this point. So I would rather spend ridiculous amounts on a Hermes bag because that's what I'm interested in. At one point I was really into the Bottega Jodie bag, the mini Jodie. It's such a cute bag, honestly. And I've actually wanted to buy a Bottega bag for a while. There was this Bottega Jodie bag in the color Wisteria, which I thought was absolutely gorgeous. And I was very tempted to buy it at one point. I almost did pull the trigger. But I did watch some reviews on the mini Jodie, and a lot of people were saying that the zipper was quite annoying. So that kind of put me off it. And then upon using it in the store, again, it's a very small bag. It's a very cute bag. Like, it's definitely like a nice decoration on your outfit, similar to a Chanel bag. It's very like, oh, that's a cute bag, but it just doesn't, it doesn't function that well. Like, it's just like this little annoying pochette thing. You know, it's cute. Like, I don't really mind that it has no strap. Like, I'm not really that bothered by having no strap. I actually find that I top handle a lot of my bags, but it's a very trendy bag, and there was one point where a lot of people were unboxing that bag, and I was a little bit influenced, but I didn't pull the trigger, and I'm kind of glad that I didn't, although it is a pretty classic looking style, so I don't think it looks as dated as like maybe the Le Cagole, in my opinion, or the multicolor, which looks very Y2K. Like, I think it's a bag that could last many years in terms of the design, but yeah, I'm kind of glad that I didn't buy it, although it could be practical for like a wedding or an event or something, to be honest, but it is a cute bag. But anyways, I didn't buy it and I don't really think about it anymore. Another Bottega bag that I was really obsessed with when it came out was the Arco bag, the mini Arco. Oh no, it was like the small Arco. I think there's a mini one and there's like a slightly bigger one. I really wanted the slightly bigger one. And to be honest, guys, I think if I bought this bag, I would still wear it because it is a really good size. It's practical. It's like not oversaturated. Like, not everyone has it. And it comes in these beautiful colors. But the reason why I didn't buy it is because when I went to Bottega to have a look at it, I wanted this like dark burgundy color. I found that the leather was really scratched up. The one I was looking at was like a smooth leather, and it just didn't look that good. Like, I felt it looked quite delicate. Maybe I would have been better off going for like a grainy leather. I do like smooth leather, but I just found like the Bottega bags in the boutique were really scratched up at the time that I visited, so it kind of put me off buying the Arco tote. But it is a really gorgeous bag, and I think Bottega do amazing colors as well, similar to Hermes, similar to Loewe as well. They also do amazing colors. So yeah, I don't know, never say never about Bottega. I think that's a brand that I would love to delve into one day, but you know, I don't know, there's only, I probably have enough bags, so that's why I never really went down that rabbit hole of Bottega, but I really love the Arco bag as well. And actually, if you want an Arco bag now, if you look at the pre-love market, they are actually quite reasonably priced. I think it's a bag that wasn't as trending as the Jody, but it's a really nice bag, and I think it's something that wouldn't really date either. Loewe bags shaped like animals. So I really was obsessed with like the panda bag from Loewe. I did at one point buy the bunny bag, and then I sold it because it just wasn't that easy to use. The shape was quite awkward. At one point even buy a miniature yellow elephant with butterfly wings, and I returned that because that just was like the worst. The butterfly wings were just like not working. And I did purchase from my friend this yellow Loewe elephant, which I've kept because I bought it from my friend and I feel a bit bad to sell it. But if they wanted to buy it back from me, I would probably sell it back to them because I never wear this bag. I don't know why. I think it's because it's just a very awkward shape, and maybe guys, maybe I don't suit yellow. It could be the yellow. I don't know. I really like lime from Hermes. I was very tempted to buy a lime Kelly wallet from Hermes, but then I said to myself, maybe don't buy that because you never wear this yellow elephant, which is like probably bigger than the Kelly wallet. So yeah, I don't know why I don't wear this. It just never really, I never feel a day where I need to wear an elephant. I don't know why that is. But there was a point where I was obsessed with all the, like, the animals from Loewe. I wanted the panda, I loved the bunny, I loved this, and they are so cute. And imagine just collecting them all, like having the little animal family. I mean, goals. But yeah, I just found like there was a moment in time where I was obsessed, and now I just don't really think about it anymore. So maybe that was just a phase for me. I don't know. Maybe I'll rediscover this bag. You know, maybe I'll start wearing this bag and like change my mind again. But it's just like, you know when you get your obsessions and then you get over it. It was like I was obsessed and then I got over it. Loewe still do really funky animal bags. I think this season there was like a lemur, which was hilarious. That one was really cute actually because it was fluffy, but I had no FOMO for that because I knew the animal bags were just not working out for me. Finally, I was really obsessed last year with Telfar bags, and I did buy quite a few. I bought this one, and then I bought a mini one as well. And I also bought a shearling one, but I sold that one. And I found that I was wearing this quite a lot last year at the start, and then this one I would wear occasionally, but because it's open, like I feel like my stuff can fall out, so it's kind of annoying. This one was really good as a practical bag, but now actually I used to use it as a gym bag, but my gym shut down, and now I just go for jogs, which I don't need a gym bag for. So I found that I don't use my Telfar bags anymore, and I don't like consciously stalk the website like I used to. I used to follow like what colors would be coming out, and I used to be a little bit more obsessed, but now I've noticed like the past few months I just don't care about Telfar anymore. Not that there's anything wrong with Telfar, but I definitely just lost interest and I just don't care anymore. So the Telfar bags, yeah, I feel like they reached a really big popularity last year as well because of Beyonce mentioning them, and then I saw them a lot more on my social media. But I don't know if it's like a thing that will last like another 10 years, like everyone would be still into Telfar, because I've noticed with some contemporary brands they can become very popular and then completely like fizzle out. For example, like the Stored Bisset bag, I was really into that a few years ago, and now I just don't hear anyone talking about that at all anymore. Or even the Marc Jacobs tote bags, I feel like they were really popular last year, but I don't know if that's going to continue to be popular. Yeah, so I don't know, sometimes these contemporary brands have their moment and then it kind of just like people forget about it, but who knows, guys, maybe Telfar will come out with these cool new bag designs and then I'll be obsessed again. But anyways, guys, let me know, have there been bags that you've been completely obsessed with and you've just collected so many and then now you just don't even care about them anymore? Are you somebody who has always liked the same thing and has stuck to a certain style? Let me know. I mean, one day I might even not be obsessed with the current bags I have, but I'm still loving the bags I have, and some of them I've had for like over 2 years now, so yeah, I don't feel any need to move on or change my style. So anyways, thanks for listening to my blabby video today. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys on my next one. Bye!